Greetings, children in time and space! It's your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. We are going to be continuing our last stop from the last live stream. We're in the midst of part 1 of the investigation scenario of episode 4, Farewell My Turnabout. So we shall be continuing right where we last left off. So without further ado, let's get started on our way to today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Allez! I have a thought. Huh? You're going to represent Mr. Ungard, aren't you? Yeah, I don't really seem to have a choice. But what if he is the real murderer? What would you do then, Mr. Nick? Would you fight to get a not guilty for a murderer to save Mystic Maya? Pearls. Let's talk to Mr. Ungard first, okay? We can think all the bad things we want, but it doesn't change a thing. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about it. Pearls, you're really worried about Maya, aren't you? I don't have anyone else left in this world. What do you mean? My family's all gone. Her family? My father, he left my mother and the village behind and went away. I'm sorry. And my mother, she did that thing, all for me. Mystic Maya, she's like a sister to me. She is all I have left in this world. Well, may as well go to the detention center. March 21st, 8:57 a.m., Detention Center Visitors Room. We couldn't wait for visiting hours to start, so Pearls and I came down here early to visit one Nickel Samurai charged with the murder of the Jammin' Ninja. Good morning, how are you today? I know this situation might be a little tough for you. Oh, sorry dude. I already signed up. Excuse me? I already have life insurance. I signed up a long time ago because my job is, Oh, no, we're not insurance salespeople. Really? Dude, I really don't need that right now either. Fire extinguishers. I mean, this building isn't my house, so... No, we're not here to sell you fire extinguishers either. I'm a lawyer. My name is Phoenix Wright. A lawyer? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask my manager, okay? The Nickel Samurai sure is a strange person, isn't he? I think strange is an understatement. Sorry about that. You're just in time. Huh? You're a lawyer dude, right? My manager's looking for a good one right now, so how about it? But Mr. Nick, this is our chance. I have to make him let me take his case. I have to. Sorry to intrude, but I would like to ask you a few personal questions. That's okay, but dude, my biography's coming out soon, so if I say stuff without the publisher's approval, then I'm gonna be in real hot water. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask my publisher, okay? Mr. Ungard is so lucky. He has so many people he can talk to. I don't know if he actually has anyone he can really talk to. Sorry about that. Like I thought, the publisher said it'd be real bad if I said anything to. Does he have a mind of his own? Mr. Ungard, I would like to ask you about the murder. Oh, are you covering this for a tabloid as a side job, dude? Well, if you want my statement on this, you should ask through my staff. No, I'm not asking on behalf of a tabloid. Hold on a second, I'm gonna ask the president of the studio, okay? Is he alright, Mr. Nick? If we're talking about Mr. Ungard's brain here, I wouldn't put my money on it. Sorry about that. The studio president said even Neo Mount Fuji itself knows that I'm not the murderer. Mr. Nick, what's Neo Mount Fuji? There's a mountain in the city of Neo Old Tokyo, the city the Nickel Samurai protects. What's that? It's a ticket for the press conference. You were going to give one after winning the Grand Prix, right? Huh? Me? Yes, while you were in costume, no less. I never heard anything like that, dude. I only heard about the stage show. I always leave that kind of stuff to my manager. You didn't know? That's odd. Mr. Nick, what are you going to do with that? I don't know yet, but I figured I could at least show it to them. Is that a transceiver? Hey, it looks like a real nice one, too. I got it as a present from someone. Interesting. I've also been instructed to take your case. Is that what you heard from the transceiver? Yes. Dude, that's terrible. Don't let some disembodied voice boss you around. This coming from a man with a cell phone on his wrist. Well, dude, I think it's about time for me to get going. Please, wait. I really need to take your case. There's always other people in need of a lawyer, right? Want me to introduce you to a few? Please let Mr. Nick represent you. Man, oh man, lawyers these days. Now you dudes use kids to pull in clients too? If you don't take me as your lawyer, then the killer is going to... Wait, what did you just say? D-killer. The D-killer? What's he doing? He looks like he's mulling something over. Alright, dude, I accept your terms. Huh? I'll let you represent me in court. We did it, Mr. Nick. Yeah. I don't feel any better for it, and he doesn't look too happy either. Go ahead, ask me anything. I'll help out as much as I can. Man, I think my lucky stars that people know my name. Well, you're quite the hero, and you're in the national spotlight. I didn't know who he was. Does that mean I'm not a good citizen? It's really great to be the Nickel Samurai. Dude, lately I just keep on getting more and more popular. True enough, the Nickel Samurai is very popular among high schoolers and secretaries right now. I guess Mr. Ongard has a way of catching the eyes of women. Do you know my motto? Refreshing like a spring breeze. That's what I am. A spring breeze? That's why this kind of scandal is disastrous, dude. I mean, even if I get out of here tomorrow, it's still gonna look bad. Everyone loves a good scandal. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do, so I was in my Nickel Samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Go to the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show? I told you, dude. I have no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Corrida was already dead at that time? Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager. I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then, out of the blue, the dude arrested me. About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. What sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try to make a jamming ninja movie, even though we all know it failed. The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right? Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you'd think it'd be the other way around, you know? Do you know why you were arrested? I guess maybe my full body search went badly? Did they find something on you? They found a button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume. A button? I don't get it either. It was caught in the pleats of my samurai pants, or hakama. Ah! Dude, I really think someone planted it there, though. I'm serious. I wonder if that's what really happened. I guess this is about all I'm going to get out of him. Mr. Nick? Yeah, let's ask one last thing. Let's test Mr. Ongard to see if he really is innocent or not. What, we can do that? Yes, if you use this. Maya's Magatama! You won't be able to hide any secrets from you, Mr. Nick. I'm sure of it. I get it. Mr. Ongard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Please answer me honestly. What is it, dude? Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Please put the phone away and answer this question yourself. Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? Well, Mr. Nick? Nothing. Not a chain or lock in sight. Which means it's alright to trust him. Yeah, it does appear that way. He's lying. Well, at least I can breathe a sigh of relief knowing my client is innocent. The trial's tomorrow, right? I'm counting on you, dude. March 21st, 11:34 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Well, at least we were able to get Mr. Matt Ongard as our client, and we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So now what should we do? Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. Ongard's innocence. We have to find the real killer. Okay, then let's start looking. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel lobby. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you. What is going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another Steel Samurai doing the most evil of deeds. You know, that's not entirely. I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan. Why oh why do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? It's always been that way. Ever since oh no, he's off. Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened. Don't push me, boy. Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast. Miss Oldfast, could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants! My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes his heart go ba-dump again. I don't know what to say. I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always ends up kicking the bucket? I watch your words. No one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my plot. But I haven't said anything. Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway. Huh? What woman? That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? And why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they never know the meaning of the word oh, no, she's off. Pearls, are you thirsty? A little. Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something. So thank you very much. Hey, are you paying attention? Youngest seat today. So I guess Miss Oldback heard everything from Lotta. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready? For what? The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards. Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. I see. But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night. With the most important moment? You don't mean, oh, so now you treat me with respect and disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today. Please tell me, what did you see? Oh my god! The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then what murder is it? Please don't stray onto another tangent. Please. If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present. I don't like this character. She makes me exhausted. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens. I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, got to roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Hey, you're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer. Lotta. Hey, Mr. Copfella, the thief showed his face. What? Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death penalty. What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright? Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. Your Honor, shut the fuck up. He wasn't even there. Hi, Taxi. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? My camera. Camera. It's my lifeblood. I'm going to die without my $700 camera. Your camera? Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are. Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Huh? You lost your camera? It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $1,600 brand new. But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store, about 5 hours I reckon. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it too. He done made me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking at the thing. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't really know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye, so I don't remember. Besides, I couldn't get anything for my big scoop. I wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder. Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually I was here until around the time Mr. Ungard was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you went to school, city boy? Wherever a lot of heart goes, there's a story to be found, a big scoop to be had. A big scoop. Wait, so she scrapped his camera and got 50% off it? Pretty much, yeah! A big scoop? I told you before, I'm going to be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Second course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after this time. Why don't I see life hacks like that on Schwartz? Ha! Although, I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So, maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time so you could take a picture for your big scoop? Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? Oh my god, really? Oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know. Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been soft, haven't we? Haha, yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer. I'm glad someone around here is happy, Miss Lana and I, and your I rule smile. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, Ongar's hotel room. Where are we? We're in Mr. Matt Allenguard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? You're Mr. Ungard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How did you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he is your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow, it's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Ungard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash to find clues to build this case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either. It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I am Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. And I will tell you. Before the award ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Ungard. In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling detail. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. I bet she's a lot of fun at parties. When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room? No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Ungard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Corrida, and that's when we found his body, isn't it? He really held strong through everything. Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So, about you and... Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Ungard and I are related, are you? I'm sorry. I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why did she have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Ungard's manager. His manager. Speaking of managers, did the victim Mr. Corrida have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner, dragging a little girl like her to places like this. Honestly, you're wrong. I'm doing this to help Miss Maya. Girls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? Did you know the victim, Mr. Corrida? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Corrida was killed. Do you have any ideas as to why Miss Corrida was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? Ha! Really? Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a Cyclops, Mr. Nick? Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. Holy bears! Lots of bears! March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, Corrida's hotel room. Mr. Nick, where are we? We're in Mr. Juan Corrida's room, girls. Mr. Corrida? The victim, which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you! So, what's happened? The kidnapper, has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Ungard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that, even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this one. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you've got to keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. wouldn't want you to get lost at a hotel too big for his own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. Aw, poor Pearly! Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yep, and it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. Ungar's pets, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Why was Mr. Ungar arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? It looks like the victim, Juan Corrida, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. What is with all the bears? There are signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight, his button came off. Mr. Ungar said something about a button. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his comment. That's not all. What? There was a witness now. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something going around where the Vic was that's a little off. Something that's a little off? As in that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable. That's strange. The guitar is not here. Maybe you forgot to bring it to the show? But Mystic Maya, she said the bright red guitar was the Jammin' Ninja's signature item. That's true. Huh? This guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? There's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it. Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from. But doesn't it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing that's still all right? So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're going to be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running from 1,000-meter dash. Run! What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. So sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Too late! At last, you reveal your true nature. Mr. Phoenix, right? Would it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change? You're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat. Ah! I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Ah! Detective, come over here for a second. Run, Gumshoe! Ew! Poor guy. I feel better knowing at least you are man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared, he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix, right? You have spoiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy, the investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir! This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. How? What did she throw at me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? If you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? The paper's got Mr. Kurita's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. Ah, it's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says to my dearest Wendy in more normal letters here? This sloppy, unreadable, readable writing? It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Ah, Mr. Powers, have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time there are 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a love why is Mio O Tokyo. I see. Wait, a love what? A love why? This girl, Sayo, works at a tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah, strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, girl? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo, does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm going to stop watching kids' masterpiece theater starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it! So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared toward kids. It's the story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar? And then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. Jammin' versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. Aw, that's too bad for him. Yeah, but this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, bro? What happens next? I want to know. Jammin' the Jammin' Ninja, will he be able to sing? What about Princess Misola? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. Which show should I watch? I can't believe she's really considering it! Pearl. Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit, just a little. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now. A rumor? Ah, if you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know. He's so happy. He looks like a lion that's just found his next meal. Would you mind telling me about this gossip? Ah, so you are interested in it. I figured you would be. Yeah, I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yeah, so take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. From the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss Double A. You see now, don't you? What? You can stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Kurita didn't have a manager of his own, which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA, Adrian Andrews? Yes, exactly, this is big news. But it seems kind of odd that woman Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client? Ah, it's that wonderful thing that can only happen between 2 people. Mr. Powers looks so happy. Pearls is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. What you witnessed. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. And please, tell us what you saw. Well, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at it. You young and experienced. I am a little devil after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. Take that! That's Juan's autograph! Yes, it is. And it even says to my dearest Wendy on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Olbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Oh, it may say Wendy. But somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please. I can't let you have it just like that. Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Wow, she must really want this autograph. The offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Olbag, ready to open her heart. All for my dearest Juan. Autograph given to Wendy, dearest. Wendy, dearest. I feel bad for you now. I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You're kidding! Oh no! It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business. And did you tell that to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or 2 out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. Mr. On-Guard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he just might hear more wanted. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. What did Mr. On-Guard ever do to her to deserve this? What did Mr. On-Guard do to you that make you so... You don't know? That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that played for Juan. My Mr. Nick, what is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? You're Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what's his wiles and wild temptress? How about we just listen to what Miss Olbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Olbag, who is that this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose. His own manager. Why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal, then dragged his reputation through the mud. It's like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. What do you know about that? Anyway, Miss Olbach, I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And do you have proof that Mr. On-Guard did what you say he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Ugh, of course, a tabloid. Next week. Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Olbach have information like that? And where did she get it? Hehe. Lotta, will you please answer my question? The night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop. I want to know about all the details of the scoop. But that's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photograph for looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking into a scandal. Could it be that you are looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person? This woman, she's Adrian Andrews, Matt On-Guard's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jamming Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer, but you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah, you gotta have that. Was it news sauce? You mean news source? That's it! So show me something that showed that one guy had something with Miss Andrews. Take that! This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous? To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Ah! Mr. Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. On-Guard's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials A.A. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of it as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Corrida's door last night. Ah! You were looking into Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was going to get myself a scoop by catching them in a secret meeting. There's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of fake thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are going to want to see real proof. Well, at least I do, but that's what I was doing, getting photos. Oh, I'm going to whip the reader's interest with some gossip, a little misleading. Spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, what a nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know, but the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $16,000 camera. They done run off $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now anyway? I never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why, though. The story of the note is probably a whole fake lie. March 21st, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces. Two? And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button you found during your body search of Mr. Ungard. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai's special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask for them, it's obvious. They're Matt Ungard. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldby. I thought so. What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well, I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to it. Her blab knob is stuck on 10. And there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Ungard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way! We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. Scandal with Mr. Kurita, but why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name was Celeste Impact. And she was Juan Kurita's manager. The victim's manager? That's not all, pal. Miss Impact was Miss Andrea and Andrew's mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor? A woman who was both Mr. Kurita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? You want to know more about her, pal? She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide. Now those two were linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, but... Ah! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot. Miss Von Karma! You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Sophie, you have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. But that... Wait! Please wait, sir! If I don't get this much pay, I'll... Quiet! If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Edgeworth! Been a long time, right? This person? Is it Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? No blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisco. You! How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud! You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are! Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed to be perfect in every way? Let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose.
This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a critical lesson on the meaning of total victory.
Still the same wild mare she always was.
I thought you, the prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick, I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? Wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. I will say one thing. You can't win on your own in the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. If you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor, and a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in the 2 cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecutor trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Let me ask you something. Why do you stay in the court? What is your reason? Well, with Francisca, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my clients, to save their lives, to save your clients, to save those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me, even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrido's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes, but there is still one riddle you have to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished. Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note? There's no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. Who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrido himself. The victims? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation behind this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is a suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1? May as well take a look at it. Let's see, Celeste Impax found by Juan Corrida. Was her suicide note hidden? I don't like to look through the reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That one has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews! But Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. Think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to do. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews? Dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax, and why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she?
Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impacts, was gone forever at that. Why would that? Is this what the they call falling someone to the grave? After her attempt at suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. Once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide. The world before her turned pitch dark, that's according to Adrian Andrews herself. And that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel. On guard's hotel room. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. It looks like she's talking with someone. That's Francisca von Karma! Von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm a lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective, and with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews! Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? I asked to become Mr. Unguard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. Unguard does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying, my manager, right, Mr. Nick? Why was Juan Corrido murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Unguard's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrido. You're not that close? That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow, I highly doubt that. Take that! You and Mr. Corrido had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. That's to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on our good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see, however, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Corrido? As if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Corrido for this person's sake? Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impact, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrido's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Corrido so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may at the future get a slimy muckracker for a future third-rate tabloid. And Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Is there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved.
Whoops, wait a minute. I answered that one way too quickly. Show her this one, then show the other one. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corrida. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Corrida. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with it. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impact was someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through it what? Ending your life? Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I have been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you could depend on. But you were dependent on Miss Impact, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corrida of hiding Miss Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Corrida dead. Me? Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder?! It's true, I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews, there's one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note, and that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. You got close to Miss Corrida to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? But like they said, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. All right, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's overthinking that. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your distress. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my hand. What is? Looks like a speech help? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Or not remembering something clearly? Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hands. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearl, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and has been walking all over the place all today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no, I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You don't look fine to me. March 21st, Wright and Go law offices. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impact's a suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Ah, Mr. Nick, the transceiver! Hello? Wright and Cole Law Offices.
Mr. Attorney, you're not answering the phone.
Maya, where's Maya?
As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely vanished.
What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend, at any cost.
Wait, Maya, let me hear her.
Very well.
Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis. Ask my sis. Maya! Maya! Damn it, he cut me off.
Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. I'm so sorry. Ah!
Mia!
I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her.
How's Maya?
She's safe for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word. I'm glad to hear she's safe, but Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spinach channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Drat, it's locked. But this door is locked. Seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Here's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Ah, that's it! This shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius! Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried. And with that, I shall end the video for today. So, thank you all for watching, and as always, as your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying along, see, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!